animal tissue. In last classes, we discussed about muscle tissue or muscular tissue. Now, let us discuss an activity to observe the characteristic features of muscle tissue. Okay, to observe the characteristic features of the muscle tissue. First one, activity. Here aim is to observe the characteristic features of characters of muscle tissue. Okay, this is the aim of this activity. Okay, now materials required. Materials required for this activity. We need permanent slide, permanent slides of three types of muscle cells. Next, microscope. These are two important materials required for this activity. Now procedure. Procedure. First, you have to collect the three types of muscle tissue, means permanent slides of three types of muscle tissue from the slide box. Okay, this is the first one, means collection. Collection of permanent slides. Then you have to observe them. You have to observe them under the compound microscope. Under the compound microscope. Are you understanding? Observe carefully. Next observe. After observation, you have to draw the diagram of what you have seen under the microscope. After observation, you have to draw the diagram of what you have seen under the microscope, then how to find out characteristic features of the what? You have to find out characteristic features. Characteristic features of three types of muscle cells. Three types of muscle cells. Are you understanding? Observe, this is your procedure. Observe. Okay, observe. Next, then how to make this a table. Here, striated muscles. Next, unstriated or non-striated. Non-striated muscles. Next, cardiac muscle. These are three types of muscles. Now, characteristic features are characteristic features. First one, They have dark and light back. Dark and light back. Next here, bands are offset. Next here, bands are present. Here also dark and light bands are present. Next, these are also called as, these are usually involuntary. Here, these are voluntary muscles or voluntary muscles. Non-stated muscles are involuntary. Involuntary muscles. Understanding. Next, these are also involuntary. Involuntary muscles. Next, striated muscles are multinucleate. Multinucleate means they have more than one nuclei, one nucleus. Here, these are uninucleate. These have uninucleate condition. Here, these are also uninucleate. Understanding? Next, first one, these are long unbranched words. Unbranched cells. These are spindle-shaped cells. Spindle-shaped cells. Cardiac muscles are long branched cells. Understanding? Observe carefully. These are another name for the striated muscles are usually skeletal muscles. Non-striated muscles are smooth muscles. Understanding? These are intermediate muscles. These are three types of muscles and their very important characteristic features. Their characteristic features these are. Observe one. Main characteristic features. Next, functions of muscle tissue. Functions of muscle tissue. Here, already I told you, muscles are located in different types of body parts. These are attached to bones and some are present in heart, some are present in walls of the internal organs. Understanding? For example, blood vessel, vasomotor activity. What? Vasomotor activity. For example, this is a blood vessel. Wall of the wall of the blood vessel. Here wall of the blood vessel contains the muscle. What is the importance of this muscle? Here muscles present in wall of the blood vessel, they help to increase and decrease the diameter of the blood vessel. You know, to increase the force or to decrease the force, diameter of the blood vessel should change. Diameter of the blood vessel should be changed. How can diameter of the blood vessel change? How many? These muscles present in wall of the blood vessel, they can change the diameter of the blood vessel. Understanding? This important function means vasomotor activity. This type of vasomotor activity is carried out by muscle cells or muscle tissue. Okay. Here, these muscles are actually non-striated muscles. Non-striated muscles are involuntary muscles. voluntary muscle. Okay. Next, when we observe the mother womb or uterus, mother womb or uterus is made up of the muscle tissue. These are also involuntary muscles. We cannot control that type of muscle. Involuntary muscle. Here, what is the importance of uterus muscle? During the delivery of baby, these muscles present in uterus or mother womb, they contract and relax continuously. They contract or they show contractions and relaxations continuously, rhythmically to push the baby. Listen carefully. To push the baby towards the vagina of the female or female reproductive system. Means during the delivery of the baby, these type of muscles help. This is another U. Next, another U. For example, heart. You know, heart is made up of a type of muscle. They are usually cardiac muscle. They are usually cardiac muscle. You know, what is the function of heart? You know very well that from the 21st week of fertilization, means from the 21st week of the embryo or embryo development, heart starts beating. Heart starts beating. From that period, heart beats continuously, rhythmically throughout the life cycle. Throughout the life cycle. Here, during the beating of heart, these cardiac muscles show contractions and relaxation. Are understanding? Already I told you what is the reason for contractions and relaxations of the muscles? Contractile protein. Due to presence of contractile proteins, they can contract and relax. Okay. Here, cardiac muscles show contractions and relaxations in heart. Because of this, heart can beat. You know very well that systole and diastole. Systole and diastole. Systole means contraction, diastole means relaxation. Okay. Because of this beating of heartbeat, blood is continuously pumped into the blood vessel. Pumped into the blood vessel. Through blood vessels, it is transported to each and every cell of the body. Understanding? Then blood supplies the different types of solid materials, liquid materials, and gaseous materials to the cells and blade collects the waste materials and other unwanted materials from the cell. For example, oxygen, carbon dioxide, glucose, amino acids, and other different types of materials, hormones, enzymes, fatty acids, glycerols, vitamins, hormones, minerals, all these materials are transported through the blood. Means cardiac muscles play a very important role here. These are some important functions of the muscle tissue. Observe one. Next, other functions means kidney tubules. Next, vasa different. Next, kidney. Next, another one, diaphragm. Another function is diaphragm. What? You know, very well that diaphragm. What is the diaphragm? Diaphragm means dome-shaped structure. Dome-shaped structure present in respiratory system. Respiratory system. What is the use of it in respiratory system? During the breathing process. What? During the breathing process. Here, diaphragm plays very crucial role to push the lung. Listen carefully here. Means to increase the and to decrease the chest cavity or volume of the chest cavity. Diaphragm plays very important role. It continuously shows contractions and relaxation. Contractions and relaxation. At normal rest position, it has the dome shape. It has dome shape. Means like this shape. When it contracts, what happens? It reaches the like this plot and shape. When it contracts, it shows like this plot and structure. But at normal rest position, usually it has a dome shape. When it contracts, what will happen? Like this, it reaches the plot and structure. Listen, when it is present at this condition, volume of the chest cavity is increased. Volume of the chest cavity is increased here. When it gets its normal position, normal dome shape, then what will happen? Then volume of the chest cavity is decreased because of this movement, breathing process means inhalation and exhalation, or inspiration process and expiration process. Inspiration and expiration. These two processes take place because of these movements or contractions and relaxations of the diaphragm. Very, very important one it is. Next, when we observe the chest wall, it is present usually around the lung, or around the chest cavity or thoracic cavity. Observe carefully. Here, chest wall also have some muscles along with the skin and ribs. Chest wall has muscles. Like this, there are number of uses of the muscles. Movement of the hand, movement of the leg, movement of any part in our body is carried out by muscle cells or muscle tissue. Okay, this is about muscle tissue. Next, fourth type of animal tissue. Nervous tissue. That is nervous tissue. Another important tissue, fourth type. Organism or animal, they have a very important ability, that is Irritability. Listen carefully here. Irritability. Here consciousness or animals show the, listen, animals show the responses to stimuli, external stimuli, changes in the environment, or different types of changes that can cause the responses in living organisms. Irritability, very important capacity of the animal. This irritability capacity of self-consciousness or response to stimuli. This is based on the, or this is dependent on the nervous tissue. Understanding? Changes are received by, or changes are transported or transmitted to the brain and the spinal cord in our body because of the nervous tissue. Already we discussed tissue means group of cells. Tissue means group of cells. Nervous tissue is made up of nerve cells. What? Nerve cells or nerve fiber. Nerve fiber. Are you understanding? When we observe the nerve cells or nerve fiber, no two nerve cells are similar in animal's body. Each and every nerve cell is special. Each and every nerve cell is unique. Understanding? Here, when we observe the nerve cell, we can observe or we can find out different types of parts. To observe the parts of the nerve cell, let us do an activity. Let us do an activity. In this activity, what is the aim of this activity? What is the aim? To observe the nerve cell. Nerve cell. First, you have to collect. In procedure, you have to collect permanent slides of nerve cell from the slide box. Then you have to observe the nerve cell or that permanent slide of the nerve cell under the compound microscope, and you have to after observation you have to draw the diagram of what you have observed under microscope. Next, you have to find out the characteristic features of nerve cell. Okay, let's study the characteristic features and different parts of the nerve cell. Observe. Observe. In nerve cell, we can observe three main parts. First one, axon. First one is axon. Okay. Next, cell body. What? Cell body or cytoplasm. Next, dendrite. Next, dendrite. These are three important parts in nerve cell. First one, cell body or cytoplasm. Very important, major part of the nerve cell it is. Cell body or cytoplasm, it contains a large prominent nucleus and a dense cytoplasm. Dense cytoplasm. In this cytoplasm, ribosome and other cell organelles collectively form some granule-like structures. These granule-like structures are called Nisser's granules. These are called usually Nisser's granules. Are you understanding? Observe carefully. Next, a dense cytoplasm is also present here. Are you understanding? This is a very important part. Okay, large part, wider part here. When we observe the nerve cell, it is a wider part and a large part. Next, from the cell body or cytoplasm, two types of extensions are developed. Some are short extensions, some are long extensions. Usually, from the cell body or cytoplasm, number of small extensions are developed. Observe carefully. These are small extensions developed from the cytoplasm. These are called usually dendrites. These are called usually dendrites. Dendrons are developed from dendrons. Dendrites are developed here. Observe carefully. What is the use of dendrites? What is the use of dendrites? They collect the, important remember, they collect the information in the form of the nerve impulses from the nerve endings of axon of the another nerve cell. Collect the information from other nerve cells. This is the main function of the dendrite. Okay. Next, some large or long extensions are also developed from the cytoplasm. These are called, actually, this type of long extension is called axon. It is called axon. Actually, axons are protected by a white color sheet. A white color sheet, that is myelin sheet. What is myelin sheet? Usually, myelin sheet is white in color. Myelin sheet is white in color. Next, myelin sheet, it covers the axon, but myelin sheet is interrupted at some specific location, or at here and there. Myelin sheet is interrupted. Listen carefully here. Interrupted. These node-like interruptions of the myelin sheath. These are called usually, remember, Ranvier node. Ranvier node. Observe carefully. Observe carefully. Next are the tip of the axon. Are the tip of the axon. Branches are present like this. Branches. These branches are ended with the terminals of the axon. Terminals of axon. Terminals of axon. What is the use of this axon actually? Axon, listen carefully here. Axon transfers the axon transported the nerve impulses or information from the cyton to dendrites of the other nerve cells. To dendrites of the other nerve cells. Means flow of the information. Listen carefully here. Flow of the information through the nerve cell is posterior dendrite. Next cyton. Next axon. This is the flow. This is the flow of the nerve impulses or information in nerve cells. In nerve cells. Observe carefully. This is the structure of the nerve cells. See, observe one. Dendrite, cyton, axon, myelin sheath, Ranvier node. Okay. Next to terminals of the axon. These are important parts of the nerve cell. Observe one. Here, all nerve cells are connected one with another and form a wire-like structure, a nerve fiber, wire-like structure. Through this wire or through this nerve fiber made up of the number of nerve cells, information in the form of the nerve impulses is carried out from the detector to the brain and spinal cord, and from the brain or spinal cord to the effector. Means actually effectors are muscles. Are understanding? Observe carefully. For example, here observe carefully here. These are dendrites. This is another nerve cell actually. Here observe dendrites of this nerve cell. These are the terminals of the or endings of the axon of another nerve cell. Observe here, these two are associated here. Observe between this nerve cell and this nerve cell. A small gap is present here, a small gap. This small gap between the terminals of a nerve cell and a dendrites of the other nerve cell. The small gap region is called actually it is called synapse. It is called actually synapse. At this synapse region, information in the form of the nerve impulses is transmitted from the terminals of axon of a nerve cell to the dendrites of the other nerve cell, like this. Information is like this transmitted. Information is transmitted. Are understanding? Observe carefully. This is a synapse region. Synapse means a small gap present between the two nerve cells. Okay, a small gap present between the two nerve cells where nerve impulses are transmitted from a nerve cell to the other nerve cell, or where information is exchanged or information is passed from the terminals of axon to the dendrites of the other nerve cell. Observe carefully. Like this, all nerve cells are connected one with another and form a long nerve fiber. Nerve fiber. Okay, like a electric wire. You know, in electric wire,